Ask not what your country can do for you, but what you can do for your country. John F. Kennedy said this in 1961. The reason he said it is he wanted Americans to participate in the government. That's what their job is. We are the government. They serve us. There's a lot of doomsdayers out there now. A lot of bad things happening. Our government basically doesn't work for us anymore. They work for big corporations and banks and pharmaceuticals and insurance companies. And that's because we let them. Since the 70s, we've been on a slide. The billionaires have gotten farther ahead, and the middle class is just about gone. And it's because of apathy. We don't do anything. Everybody just says, well, there's nothing you can do about it. You hear that over and over, no matter who you ask. I've probably said it. We have to stop saying it. We have to stop saying it. The two-party system is left us just about helpless. It's two parties for the people, and it's pretty much a uniparty in Washington, D.C. They cover each other's butts. Maybe they don't agree on everything, but they're not going to go against each other because they all got dirt on each other. What they got is us out here arguing like 5-year-old kids over, oh, the blue side is this and the red side is that. Just look at a Facebook post and you'll see 3,000 comments on a Trump or a Biden. It doesn't matter which side it is. You'll see 3,000 posts and replies of how everybody's, a dumbass and nobody's smart. Everybody's just stupid. Oh, how can you be that dumb? Well, we're all dumb because we're the ones all divided. In Washington, D.C., they're getting what they want because they're not serving us. They're serving their big corporations, their banks, the lobbyists. We, if we want anything to happen, have to get together. Oh, I know, it sounds impossible, but it is not. It's not impossible. I was at work the other day, and a guy I respect, an honest man, a hardworking man, we're kind of going a little bit, about recent events, and he kind of just says, oh, the libtards this and the libtards that, and I just kind of looked at him and said, see, you're the problem. And he really got upset. How am I the problem? Well, libtard this, libtard that. When you start making fun of the other side that you don't agree with, you're gone already. We've got to stop that. Both sides are no good. They're basically no good. We've got a uniparty. None of them are any good. We have to. All you have to do is look at history. History shows you basically no matter who's been in there, it's been the same. We've never had an uphill slide in the recent 50 years. It's just been down, 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 constant down. And here in the last 5 years, it's gone down fast. So the sticking up for your red or blue side, whichever one you happen to think is the right one, it's irrelevant because they don't care. And as long as we're divided, nothing is ever going to change. We're just going to keep going down. That's guaranteed. We have to become a team. The people in this country have to become a team. I don't know how many of you have been in the military, but the first thing you learn in boot camp is you're no longer an individual. You're a team. Everybody, the weakest guy, you're as strong as the weakest guy. And you got to bring him up. You cover each other. You don't divide up and hope for the best. We've been our fellow Americans aren't our enemies. That's who we've got to team up with. And I don't mean civil war. There's no violence necessary. There's no grab a gun, let's go get them. That's not necessary. That wouldn't accomplish anything anyway. All we have to do is stand together and tell them. But we all have to do it. It doesn't happen with, half the country. If all the people, and I'll tell you what, that's what they're most scared of. The government fears that. That's the reason for the division. And I'm sure a lot of you already know all this, but if you know it, then right there tells you, hey, that guy that you don't like that's blue because you're red, start getting along with him. You don't have to like him, but you have to love him. You have to love your fellow man. I don't like most people, but I have to love them. That's the only way we're going to get through this together. We have to love each other. It's very powerful. When people love each other, it's more powerful than anything else in the world. It's the most powerful thing. It defeats money. It defeats everything. My suggestion, start small, local. Gather some groups up. If you're like me or an older person, I'm thinking of, but trust me, I've got to do this too. I'm not just saying everybody else got it. I've got to do it. I'm as guilty as everybody else here. But gather up small groups. I'm thinking of, getting together with some of the older retired people I know. I'm not quite retired yet, but I'm getting close. But I'm thinking of getting some of them and like having a walking group one day a week. And I know some of them are liberals, and I am not. I'm conservative, but they're smart people. I like them. I think we could maybe get something going, kind of like the old Pay It Forward movie where it just starts paying it forward. And you do this and you start getting little groups together and little groups together and little groups get together with other little groups. I know it sounds far-fetched, but you got to start. You got to start somewhere. You don't just, oh no, we can't do anything about it, because that's why we're in the condition we're in. That's why this country is where it's at. Apathy. Nobody thinks anybody can do anything about it. Well, yes, you can. You just got to get up and do it. Start small, start little. Remember, this is a powerful country, and it's because we're in it. We're powerful. All of us are, especially as a unit. We have to figure out, start little, work your way up. I'm going to start. And don't, turn away from somebody because they don't agree with you. They're the ones you got to get, the hard ones. You get them and you start gathering up the people that you don't agree with to at least see what's happening here. And it's easy to explain. I mean, this isn't something that's happened overnight. It didn't happen in the last 5 years. It's been happening for 50 years. Since the mid-60s, we've been slowly going down. This was a real industrial superhouse, this country. And from the 50s through the 60s, and then somewhere around the late 60s, it started going down, and then through the 70s, it went down pretty bad in the 80s, and it's just been on a decline since. And the separation between us and the billionaires, now they have this, these few people have all this power, and it's because we let them. It's because we let the government get away with it. And like I said, this isn't something where violence is required. It's just everybody get together and we do something about it. We can make popular votes. We can do whatever, but we got to get together. Anyway, right now, that's all I got. I've got other ideas. I've got other ways to do some other things that'll help us in these tough times. But I think the first step is let's undivide, let's get united, and start small. You're not going to like just, get 1,000 people all of a sudden. But you start small, you get little groups, you get like-minded people, unlike-minded people also. I mean, that, like I said, does it sound hard? Yeah, it's hard. Does anything good come from easiness? No. Comfort is why we're here, because we've all gotten comfortable with our Netflix and our four-door pickup trucks, and we're scared to lose that if we do have to go against the grain. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that stuff. People didn't have it 100 years ago, and they were fine. I mean, that's not what life is. Life is in the United States is supposed to mean freedom. It doesn't mean material possessions. That's where they got you, because as long as you care about those, you're making your payments to their banks that are controlling them. So keep that in mind. Be willing to sacrifice a little bit of maybe what you have to do what we got to do. Anyway, I hope this hits a note with a few people, and I hope some people at least try to. I think what I'm going to do is go out and try to purposely get to know some liberals, and because I typically don't do that, and so I think that's a good way to start. Start with them, and because if we don't, this country's going down the hill pretty quick. And there, you look on, other videos, and doomsday this, doomsday that. Well, it doesn't have to be doomsday. It does not have to be doomsday. But we gotta get together. Anyway, thank you for watching.